Hello everyone and welcome to the TAS Morning Show. Music, a harmonious and melodic sound that's produced by playing a single musical instrument or a couple of them, is a universal language that everyone understands. And I believe if songs are written by someone as talented as our today's guest, Ms. Thanae, then it definitely creates magic. Welcome to the show, Ms. Thanae.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here today.
I'm so glad you're here. All right, so just to begin with, I would actually like to know what inspired you to create music?
Many things, but I think when I was asked at the age of 7, what do I want to be, I said a singer. So I feel that on my way to school, my father used to always sing in the car and sing some opera music and make fun.
Right.
And as we have Tunes, the music store,
Yes.
you can imagine that music's always been a priority in our lives and in our family. So I think my father, my family life, it's always been a push to be in love with music.
Okay, so your family was the one which was actually influencing you to be in music.
I think so.
How do you usually describe the music that you typically create, and what's your creative process like?
So when I first started and recorded my first album, Between Two Doors, it was a bit of a mess. It was like different genres. I think I was exploring and trying different styles.
Right.
Finally, when I finished my album, and I then realized, okay, I like this style more, this sound more. So my latest release was called You and Me.
Yes.
And that's more of the style. I would say it's a bit of soul, neo-soul and pop music.
Yes.
I love soul music.
Yes.
The creative process.
I love it too.
You do?
Yes, I do too, yeah.
I feel that though the newer generation likes different beats, like Afrobeat and more house, which is also cool.
Yes.
And I think that I'm interested in exploring that.
Right.
And collaborating. I think collaborating is really important to the creative process. So I
Agreed.
think this year my plan would be that.
Right.
But in the meanwhile, so creative process is always when you're on holiday, you know, or when a big life moment happens, like when I had my kids.
Right.
It changed me completely, or just lots of life changes, and you become creative and inspired.
Every step of your life, you are creating new music.
Exactly.
Right.
And what I've done 10 years ago is not the same as what I've done now.
Right. Which brings me to my next question. How do you actually manage your family life as well as your musical life?
Do I? Yes.
I'm sure, hence you are doing so nicely, so well, yeah.
I think that prioritizing my kids is always my number one, but I found a balance. And I mean, I love my music, I love my business, running work, I love creating, I love dealing with artists and musicians, so it's a passion.
Right.
And I'm lucky to be working in a passionate career and field. So I think that it's on the go. Every day or every week is like, okay, tomorrow I have this, let's plan it this way. And so far so good.
Amazing, amazing. So, okay, so you are a performer, and I have heard your music and it's amazing, and I have seen you also performing. How do you actually get rid of the performance anxiety? I believe every creative artist or in the entertainment industry, whoever is, they have something called as performance anxiety.
True.
So what do you usually do to get rid of it?
Okay, firstly, if it depends on the type of gig. So if it's a regular gig, just fun, or an occasion, I don't really have that fright any longer. It's more fun, excited to interact with guests.
Right.
Now, if you'd asked me that question 5 years ago, it would be different.
Okay.
There was quite a lot of anxiety every time I performed.
Right.
Now, it would be when I have bigger shows. Like I just had my concert in January. And that was anxious, made me very anxious. I think when it's my own music or when I'm trying to pass my creative side, that's when I get a little bit anxious.
Right.
Not a little bit, a lot anxious.
I agree, yeah.
So I think that I've noticed with myself that practicing a lot and being prepared helps with that anxiety.
How long does it usually take for you to prepare before any kind of a gig?
It depends on the type of gig. So luckily we were invited to perform at the Dubai Expo.
Lovely.
And that was a really big stage, really big performance.
Must have been,
we loved it.
It must have been a great experience
It
too,
was unbelievable. And
Lovely.
it was showcasing singer-songwriters. And so I was invited to perform from Oman.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
That's amazing, yeah.
And there was a whole band, 12 of us. It was amazing. And I did my own music. And we rehearsed at least for 2 weeks, around 4 hours a day, 4 to 5 hours a day.
Okay.
And then I realized that I was excited to be on stage because we were so ready to, you know, rather than worrying. And it was just an incredible experience. So the video is on YouTube, so you can have a look.
Definitely check it out. Well, which actually, I'm actually curious to know what kind of genre do you usually prefer, you know, singing and creating music?
Remember, there's a difference between being a singer-songwriter and there's another side of an artist which I believe people can choose to have or not.
Right.
And that is the entertainer side.
Correct, the entertainer side.
So they're completely two different aspects. Being in Oman, I've been lucky enough to develop my entertainer side. You know, understanding what the audience wants, understanding what genre this type of audience would like to have, age group. So these are all, I'm definitely not a new young generation Z, they call them.
More soulful.
So I would target maybe 25 and above or 30 and above. And a lot of heartbreak. I love lots of heartbreak songs.
Nice. It does actually hit the right place in the heart, you know, the heartbreak songs. It hits the right place,
So I think that understanding your audience, understanding the style of music and interaction, you know, being able to interact with your crowd, which I love doing right now.
Which was actually something that I was curious to know. Usually when you are performing, there could be sometimes that the audience might feel a little bored or disconnected.
Yes.
So what do you do at that time?
I think audience management is also while you're performing, and if I notice maybe this is the age group, maybe then I would change the repertoire.
Okay, so there and then, like
I would change. I mean, I have a big repertoire, so I would then say, okay, maybe this style of music would be better, and I would then say, guys, let's do this.
Let's switch.
Let's switch. Or so that's something I would do, and that's I think important if you're an entertainer. It's important to understand your audience.
Right. Could you share any example over here in Oman? You know, something that you know you really liked, some place where you sang.
I think that when there's a lot of local guests, which I love, we get to sing lots of reggae, which they love, a lot of soul or R&B, and I had a couple of my friends were at a gig, and I'm like, okay, I know what you're gonna like, you know, and you'd sing things like, baby, I just don't get it.
Wow.
Do you enjoy being hurt, Mario? You know, that old school
stuff.
So I mean,
I'm sure the crowd also must be singing along with you
crazy.
then.
When it's this type of songs they want, they just go woo, you know, and it's just so much fun.
They must all be in a vibe then, you know, with that kind of music. Amazing. I actually heard that you even performed in one of the malls and you had a great experience, right?
You know, I thought that a mall would be a different sort of approach for me, and when I did it, it was probably one of the best gigs I've had in Oman. I feel that you just had an audience that was having fun, didn't care about what was around them. There was children, adults, parents. It was amazing. And I had the people singing and screaming and dancing, and I was very impressed. It was at the Mall of Oman. I was very impressed.
Lovely.
And I loved it.
Lovely. So great crowd. You were able to actually give what the crowd wanted at that time.
I think that I gave the crowd what they wanted at the time.
At that time,
So I think that having an audience also sometimes makes your performance or breaks your performance, because so that's why I'm quite selective at where I perform, because I at the same time want to enjoy what I'm doing. And so the audience and the style of the gig needs to match my genre and me.
Well, I'm your audience today. Could you please sing a couple of lines of your new music, or maybe any of the old one?
Well, okay, would you like one of mine?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me think. Oh, this one's one of my favorite ones that comes to mind. I'm between two doors and I don't know what to do. Should I go left? Should I go right? My heart's saying go straight through. You have to get the rest online.
Amazing.
But that was the name of my first album, called Between Two Doors. So that song means a lot to me.
I feel like I want to hear more. Really?
The other one that I love is called Fast Forward.
Please, once more.
And it says, live your life for this moment. Don't push fast forward.
Yes.
Pause every smile that makes you happy and relive priceless moments.
Amazing. Those are some really good words, and it makes complete sense. Really,
Thank you.
Yeah. Could I hear a line from that song also?
Live your life for this moment. Don't push fast forward. Pause every smile that makes you happy. Replay priceless moments.
Lovely. This
Thank
is
you.
so beautiful. All right, so I'm sure everyone's going to hear all the music that you've created online.
I hope you enjoy
And
it.
yes, and I have had a great chat. But now let's not end. We still have a rapid fire round. Are you ready for it?
I'll try.
Come on. All right. So the first question is: if you weren't in your current profession, what would you be doing?
No idea, but I did
yeah.
study hospitality, so probably a hotel manager.
Oh, lovely. Something in the hotel industry. Yeah.
Something
All
in
right.
entertainment and
Amazing. Okay. So what does an ideal weekend look like in your life?
We don't get weekends.
Oh, no.
Musicians perform on all the holidays, all the entertainment is all done. When you're ready to party and have a good time, we're here to entertain.
That's when you're working, yeah?
That's when I'm working.
Yeah.
So on the low season though, weekends are with my girls.
Lovely.
Chilling.
Yeah. So currently maybe
Beach.
you're having a good time with your family, yeah?
A lot, yeah.
The season's going to begin, I think, from October.
We're ready, excited for the season. September, October is when we start.
October.
I would say October.
October,
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm going to see you around.
You will.
Music,
You
performing
will.
here and there. I'm definitely going to see you around. All right. So in life, what do you usually care about? Like, you must be having a soft corner for something, right, in life?
I would say it again. My kids at the moment, I would have never said the same thing before they were born. But family and my children is my priority. And then of course, music, business, to be able to support them.
Right.
So that's what it is right now.
All right. Perfect. What is the best advice anyone has ever given to you?
Never have regrets. No regrets. And by not having regrets, you need to take every opportunity when you're young. So if there's something you want to do, go for it.
Right. That's a good one. And last but not the least, what's that one thing on your bucket list you would like to accomplish this year? One or two, doesn't matter. Go for it.
So new music,
Okay.
new me. That's my new vibe. Just new me before and after. The mom before being the mom.
Yeah.
But still being a career woman and still
Right.
loving my music and singing and managing the businesses. So I'm very excited about that.
All right.
A lot of women women as yourself and working and doing so many different things.
Right.
And it's the empowerment of women.
Right, so you want to accomplish that this
Yes.
year. Amazing. On that note, I hope you guys had a lovely time watching us chat about music. For more updates like these, follow the Arabian Stories.